Our first speaker, Zbigniew Kabala at the KOA Campground. Zbigniew Kabala at the KOA Campground.
Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. This morning, I got into a petty argument with my wife. She wants to buy a pet stroller for dogs. Just for the rainy days, she says. Yeah, right. She wants to strip the remnants of my dignity. So we got into a quarrel. After a few hours, I knew that I had the right to be silent, but I didn't have the ability. So I said, honey, you begin to sound more and more like my ex-wife. Oh, really? She said, I didn't know you were married before. I wasn't. This didn't help my argument about the pet stroller for dogs. So after another hour of squabbling, I decided to offer her Jane-O-Dime compromise. So I said, honey, I will admit that I'm wrong if you admit that I was right. Fine, she said. I took a deep breath in and I uttered, I'm wrong. To which she replied, you're right. Losing another battle with my wife, I needed to cool off. Even though I read in the Redneck Times that there are humongous and super intelligent crows and bears roaming around with a taste for human flesh, I decided to take a walk in the woods. As I was walking, I was calming down, and then I heard it. Caw, caw, caw. I froze with fear, and I realized that this huge human flesh-eating crow is approaching. Soon, I heard another calling, this time closer. What's my car? What's my car? What's my car? I froze with fear and I wanted to run, but I'm a proud graduate of Glenda Teams Edwards and Deb Lee's hero training. Heroes don't run. So I stood my ground and I watched what was emerging from the bushes. Where is my car? Where is my car? It was Brian Walsh. I decided to help the poor man and shared with him the technique that I read about again in the Redneck Times. How do you look for something you lose in the mountains? You get on the top of one and you ask the echo. And he shouted from the top of the closest mountain, echo, echo, tell me where my car is. And the echo answered. I moved on and I looked downhill and I saw somebody waving at me invitingly. I took my binoculars and I realized this is the Lieutenant Governor for Marketing, Vicky Simpson. I felt comfortable running downhill, and then as I approached her, I noticed that she had a strange sailor-like gait. And then all of a sudden, she fell on her fours. Had it been Naomi Takeuchi, this would be surprising. In this case, it got me thinking. When Vicky got up, I got scared. beard began to burst on her face. Big patches of hair began to appear on her hands and on her legs. No, this is no hair. This is fur. I realized this was a bear pretending to be our governor, lieutenant governor, dressed in a small dress that was bursting at the seams. I knew that I could not outrun the bear, so I was ready to die. And then I remembered the tale my late father told me. How do you deal with a beast when you have just your bare hands? You make the beast as angry as possible, so that it opens its mouth. You then put your hand down its mouth, grab its tail, and turn it inside out. Now, if the beast has its teeth outside, it cannot bite. That's what I did, and I just came back from the woods. Mr. Toastmaster.